In this video, we discuss the recent meeting between newly appointed US Secretary of State Marco Rubio and India's External Affairs Minister S. Jaishankar. This meeting took place in Washington, D.C. on January 22, 2025. A issue raised was irregular immigration, particularly concerning undocumented Indian immigrants in the United States. As of November 2024, there are approximately 20,407 undocumented Indians in the US. These individuals are either facing final removal orders or are currently held in detention centers by the US Immigration and Customs Enforcement, also known as ICE. Among these, 17,940 Indians are not in detention but are under final removal orders. Additionally, 2,647 Indians are currently detained. In recent years, deportations of undocumented Indian immigrants have shown a steady increase. According to Royce Murray, the Assistant Secretary for Border and Immigration Policy at the Department of Homeland Security, more than 1,100 undocumented Indians were deported from the US between October 2023 and September 2024. About the deportation process is crucial. Deportation is the removal of a non-citizen from the US for violating immigration laws. Non-citizens can be detained and deported if they engage in criminal activities, pose a threat to public safety, or violate their visa conditions. They may be held in detention centers prior to deportation. The US Immigration and Nationality Act outlines an expedited removal process for certain foreign nationals. This applies to those who have entered the US without proper documentation or have used forged travel documents. The expedited removal process allows the Department of Homeland Security to summarily remove non-citizens without further hearing if they are deemed inadmissible. Many undocumented Indian nationals facing imminent deportation likely fall under this expedited removal category. They may have been apprehended at designated ports of entry or near the US border while attempting to enter the country. Non-citizens subject to expedited removal may express an intent to apply for asylum. If they demonstrate a credible fear of persecution in their home country, they are entitled to an administrative review of their claim before removal. Asylum is the only form of relief that can provide a permanent legal status in the US. In terms of costs, individuals may opt for voluntary departure before deportation, which means they would leave the US at their own expense. However, ICE's Air Operations Division facilitates the transfer and removal of non-citizens via commercial airlines and chartered flights. They also conduct special high-risk charter flights to repatriate non-citizens with final orders of removal. Data from the US Immigration and Customs Enforcement indicates that deportations to India have increased in recent years. In 2019, 1,616 Indians were deported. This number rose to 2,112 in 2020, before dropping in the subsequent years under the Biden administration. However, the number of deportations surged again to 1,529 in fiscal year 2024. The US has identified around 18,000 undocumented Indian immigrants for removal. This situation has implications for India-US relations and how legal migration is perceived. The government of India has expressed a willingness to cooperate with the US on this issue. The majority of undocumented Indians reside in states such as Florida, Texas, California, New York, Georgia, Maryland, and North Carolina. Many work in low-skilled jobs and live in a quasi-legal state while awaiting the outcome of their asylum claims. Most illegal immigrants from India originate from Gujarat and Punjab. They often take a treacherous route known as the donkey route, which involves traveling through various countries before reaching the US-Mexico border. In this way, the ongoing discussions between the US and India regarding undocumented immigrants highlight the complexities of immigration policy and enforcement. The increase in deportations and the identification of undocumented Indians for removal are developments in this context.